Welcome to Center Stage Music Center Online. My name is Ulysses. I am an instructor here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play three scales for levels 3 and 4 NYSSMA. Today we're going to be working on B flat, A, and G as a 2-octave scale. Alright, let's check out an A scale. So A scale is going to start in first position, but then we're going to shift. Alright, so I'll play it for you first, and then we'll discuss it. Open A. Let's run through the fingering now. So open A to start. First finger in first position gives us B. Fourth finger gives us C sharp. There's one of our sharps. Open D. First finger, E. Fourth finger, F sharp. Now here's the G sharp, right? So we have to shift for G sharp to half position, right here. First finger. And here's my second finger. And now we can check that tuning again with our open D. Ooh, that one's a little bit out, just slightly. There it is. You can also check the open A against the open, the second finger A against the open A. One of the cool little things about bass, because it's such a resonant instrument, if you play second finger A in tune, the A string will vibrate on its own. I'm not sure if you can see that, but practice it on your bass. If you're doing it in tune, the A string will vibrate. You'll see it. There it goes. So you make it dance a little bit. Let's try playing it together in half notes, okay? And remember, we're going to scream the count in our head. 1, 2, 1, 2. Don't forget to breathe when you play your scales, okay? Thinking ahead, always thinking ahead. You can freeze at any point and check if you're in tune. You don't have to play the whole thing in one go. Check where your progress is at. And as you play it, you'll get better, you'll get more confident in it. All right, that's it for the A scale. Happy practicing. All right, now let's check out a B flat major scale. So this scale is going to take us into half position. So half position is back here. First position is right about here. Half position is right about here. Okay. If you want to get yourself in tune for half position, just play Jaws. Or you do it on the A string or the E string. Okay. So now B flat is going to be half position, first finger, A string. I'll play it for you first, then we'll discuss it. So, B flat scale. Let's talk about the fingering. Starting on first finger there, like we said. Fourth finger gets a C natural. Open D. First finger again gets us that E flat. Fourth finger F. Open G. Middle finger, second finger right there, gives me that A. And then fourth finger. Second finger A. And as I said before in some of the other videos, check that A with your open D. That's how we know we're in tune. Open G. Fourth finger F. First finger E flat. Open D. Fourth finger C. First finger B flat. Okay, great scale. It's a really fun one. So this one's great because it's all in one place. There's no shifts. It's just a pattern. 1, 4, open, 1, 4, open, 2, 4. Okay, let's try playing it as half notes. About this speed. Right there. 1, 2, ready, go. To keep in mind when we're doing anything with a metronome, which I highly encourage you to practice with a metronome, be careful that we don't beat with our bow. What I mean is, or count with our bow. What I mean is we don't want this. 1, 2, 3. Right? We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear the performer count. All right? So just make sure it's a nice smooth. You know, I'm feeling the time in my head. Encourage my students, especially if you find that you sometimes have trouble with time, maybe you speed up or slow down. The key with that is that you need to be screaming the count inside your head. And I do mean scream the count, but inside your head, all right? So see if you can hear the difference between me screaming it. Crazy, but I like to imagine a little marching band, and there's a guy leading the marching band. He's got the hat on and he's counting super loud so we hear exactly where those beats are. All right, so that's the B flat. Happy practicing. All right, let's check out a 2-octave G major scale now. So the 2-octave scale will be necessary for levels 3 and 4, NYSSMA. To review the first octave, remember that we want to check our tuning. So first, we always want to make sure our bass is in tune. There's a lot of ways of doing that. One way is to use your harmonic where the D would normally be found on the G string, and then your first finger on the D string where a G would be found. Then I do that same thing. Sounds good to me. Now I play my open G, and then I match it. Okay, so here we go. Let's run this scale, and then we'll talk about it. So you notice that we had to travel a little bit for this scale. So let's review the first octave and then we'll discuss the second octave. So first octave, we're starting in first position, right? But I'm using my middle finger on the E string, gives us that G. remember, the bass reverberates really well. So that means that we should get something called sympathetic vibration. So when I play a G here, it makes the G string vibrate. You can actually see it go up and down a little bit. So we go G, second finger, open A, first finger for that B, second finger C. Here's one of those places we can check our intonation. Open D, first finger E, F sharp, fourth finger, open G. That's octave 1. Now octave 2, first finger for that A, fourth finger for that B. Now here's a shift to C. Fourth finger D, and here's a harmonic spot, so we can check our intonation. Always checking intonation. And now we shift from here. I go to E, which is a whole step higher. A little flat there. There it is. Again, there's another point I can check for this note. All right, this is a little bit of an advanced technique, but it's not too tricky. Instead of playing that E with first finger, let's just play with fourth for a second. If I reach across to the A string, right there, so I'm not moving, I'm just reaching. Same position. Should be the exact same note. That's how I know I'm in tune. So let's get back to where we were. First finger, fourth finger F sharp, and then I'm going to just stretch my third for that harmonic. Now you should practice playing a harmonic and playing the note with your finger down. Both are really important. But again, if we're prioritizing intonation, use that harmonic. Backwards F sharp, back to that fourth finger. E, first finger. Okay. Now, one other thing I want to point out is my thumb. I haven't gone into thumb position, right? I haven't brought my thumb around, but my thumb has kind of come up along the edge of the instrument here. All right. Sometimes I can stay back here, but if I'm going to be shifting into this position, I'm bringing my thumb around a little bit. So there's the E. Now my D. Oop. C. First finger. B, fourth finger. First finger A. Open G. F sharp. Fourth finger. First finger E. Open D. Second finger C, first finger B, open A, and you guessed it, second finger low G. All right, let's try that all the way through. I'll play it in half notes. Play along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our shift. Repeat. Okay. One other thing I want to point out that you may notice I'm doing, I am rocking a little bit when I get up to these higher notes. I would encourage you not to do that when you're just starting to learn these scales. Try to find a little stability, because when you rock, you could affect the way your bow is, you could affect the way your hand is. But once you feel you have the scale under your fingers and your hands, then, you know, sometimes it's nice to let the music kind of take over. That's it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and please be sure to leave a comment below and come back anytime to check out more videos from Center Stage Music Center online.